This is Hannibal back here from the Hannibal TV on YouTube with a drone investigation briefing update. There was just a big briefing in Staten Island, New York. Of course, this is front page of the New York Post, all this drone talk, but the White House yesterday seemed to indicate this is just hysteria. But let me get into this drone investigation press conference briefing from Staten Island officials. New York is calling upon authorities to act. They know for a fact that some of these drones are doing surveillance and they feel what's happening is outrageous. It seems to either be our government or a foreign government responsible for this. They have been aware of it, these officials giving the press conference since at least before Thanksgiving, and the situation has been escalating. Some of them seem to be operating, as far as the drones, on a singular flight path, while others individual. If they are commercial drones, they are violating FAA regulations because they are operating over 400 feet. A lot of these are being seen with planes that are flying around 1,000 feet or more, where drones can only operate up to 400 feet, according to the regulations. If it's recreational or commercial drones, they should not be up there. Commercial drones cannot operate half an hour after sunset until sunrise. Most of these sightings have been between those times where they're not allowed to operate. Anything over 50 feet, you need an FAA flight plan. Apparently, these things do not have a flight plan. They are flying over restricted airspace, which is violating Section 107 of the FAA Air Code, according to these reports. If it's our foreign nexus doing some type of surveillance, if they're doing a military operation of some sort, why aren't they just commenting instead of saying it's nothing, don't worry about it, this is a top secret classified operation, don't worry about it? That might be a more appropriate answer than just saying this is hysteria and we don't have any information on what's going on other than cell phone footage and public footage that's out there, which is hard to believe. They have been seen over military facilities, nuclear power plants, and flying over densely populated areas in the New York City and New Jersey areas. They did prevent at least one medical helicopter that was trying to medevac someone to a hospital. That person survived. They found another way around it, but they did block at least one person. Some of these people discussed that there should possibly be an executive order to allow these unidentified drones to be shot down. They feel there is no excuse for this to still being going on about a month after these type of sightings have been reported. No evidence has been shared indicating why they shouldn't be shot down, as far as if the FBI or Homeland Security or the Pentagon has evidence indicating there is a reason why they shouldn't be shot down. These officials don't have that reason. They're just being told not to worry about it. If it's not anything nefarious, they're saying, tell us who it is. Tell us who's responsible behind this if we don't have to worry. They even made the joke, do we have to call in the drone ranger? They don't appear to be manned aircraft, even though the Pentagon official yesterday said most of these are manned aircraft. They just keep telling us everything is under control, which is directly in conflict with what local officials are saying here. One of the officials made the comment they have been tracked by law enforcement for at least 2 weeks. The New Jersey mayor did tell me personally a few days ago that law enforcement videos aren't usually shared with government officials, as far as mayors, because the footage on them could be criminal in nature. But they did say in this briefing, as far as the Staten Island briefing, that law enforcement has been tracking them. They have been seen mostly around the water in Staten Island. Some of the reports were around major bridges. There was a New York police officer, I believe he's retired now. Uh, he said he had seen them as recently as last night. The ones he saw were bigger than recreational drones. He says it was hard to tell the exact dimensions of them. They were seen around 5:30 p.m. yesterday off the shoreline, different heights in the sky. They tried to follow them with their own technology. Again, I wasn't clear whether this New York State police officer was retired or not, but he did say he was observing them last night, tried to follow them, but as they went towards the south shore, they got lost in the trees. Um, and he doesn't believe they're commercial drones because this was after sunset. I don't know if this person is serious or not. I don't know. Someone says some of these things have FAA regulation lights on them. The story that they don't have the power to shoot them down doesn't make sense and seems untrue. And definitely some of them are military and police vehicles observing whatever the hell the unidentified vehicles are going on. They have been seen everywhere. They definitely seem to be different shapes and sizes in the various places. Who knows if they're all the same thing? The FBI did say at one of the hearings a couple days ago that they only have $500,000 to monitor drone activity. Well, with everything that's gone on in the past few days, you would think somebody would boost that over 500,000, because to say this is nothing to be concerned about, let's not put more money into it, when it seems to be escalating and spreading into other states. Of course, one of the reasons why it could be seen in other states is more people are looking for it now, and it could be other activity, other UAP activity unrelated to the New Jersey drone activity, which seems to be much more condensed, and there seems to be a lot more activity in the sky, for instance, compared to Oregon, which the pilots only saw 4 or 5 in the sky. But that the Oregon activity was confirmed by the radar technician and the pilot, so very credible people. That appeared to be red orbs. The drones, there has been some orbs seen in the New Jersey area, but it appears to be more like slow moving drones surveying the the land in a lot of cases. It definitely seems like there's reconnaissance being done, whether it's a foreign adversary or some type of black operation. That seemed to be the main thing said in this press conference. The officials believe it is a foreign adversary or a secret government operation. They are saying if it's a secret government operation, just tell us it's a secret operation. Don't worry about it. Because if it's the latter, it would be something to be worried about. There was no talk of if it was aliens or not in this. A lot of people think it may have to do with aliens. If they are manned vehicles, the pilots must be midgets. I mean, I think the White House yesterday was only addressing the planes and trying to downplay that this is anything but planes. Facebook groups in Phoenix have videos of drones over Phoenix area. There's a long history of unidentified activity in the Arizona area. Yes, I reported on that yesterday. Lou Elizondo suggested that they might be searching for weapons of mass destruction on the East Coast, which would make a lot of sense, to be honest, as why they're not telling us this. But again, they could tell us something other than it's hysteria to get us to not worry about it. Because if it was just hysteria, why are local officials confirming that this is happening with things other than planes? It just doesn't make sense at all. And again, front page news on the New York Post.